sometimes it can be difficult to find all of the zeros given in a form that's not the decimal form. And the rational zeros theorem does help with being able to find all of the zeros in a non-decimal form. So for this one, we'll first start out by using the rational zeros theorem. And I like to do this by looking at the factors of the constant. In this case, it's just 1 and 2. 2 is prime. And then the factors of the leading coefficient. In this case, it's also just 1 and 7. It's prime. So the possible rational zeros, we take 1 divided by 1 gives me 1. 1 divided by 7 gives me 1/7. 2 divided by 1 gives me 2. And 2 divided by 7 gives me 2/7. We have to remember to put plus or minus in front of all of these. And now it's a matter of plugging these in and trying to find them. There's a lot of options here, so it's a lot easier just to use the calculator to determine this. So we'll put in 7x to the third plus 13x squared minus 16x plus 2, and graph this. Now I'll trace, and I want to find what the values of these zeros are. So I'll press second, calc, choose 0, go to the left of this one, go to the right of this one, press enter. And this is 142857. That's actually the value of 1/7. So that's 1/7 there. And I'll show you, this is 1/7 right there. So we know that 1/7 is a 0 of this polynomial. 1/7 is a 0 of this one polynomial. And now I'll use synthetic division to divide this polynomial by a factor that will work. And I'll divide by x. The 0 is 1/7, so minus 1/7. I'll use synthetic division to do this. And I'll put 1/7 over here. Bring down 7. Multiply 1/7 times 7, that gives me 1. This then gives me 14. 1/7 times 14 is 2. This gives me negative 14. And 1/7 times negative 14 gives me negative 2, which gives me a remainder of 0, which is what I expected. It should be a 0 since we know that this is a 0 of the function. Now we have 7x squared plus 14x minus 14. And the other zeros will be the zeros of this quadratic equation here. To find the other two zeros, I'll just use the quadratic formula. So negative 14 plus or minus the square root of 14 squared which is 196 minus 4 times 7 times negative 14. And that's all over 2 times a, which is 14. I'll simplify this. This gives me 588 there. And 588 is divisible by 49, but then that's also divisible by 4. So it must be divisible. 4 times 49, 196. So 588 divided by 196 gives me 3. Okay, the square root of 196 is 14. We get negative 14 plus or minus 14 times the square root of, times the square root of 3 divided by 14. We share the 14. That gives me negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 3. And these are our two other zeros. So we have negative 1 plus or minus square root of 3. And we also have negative 1/7. This is our other zero.